Today we will discuss on the host cells which is used in recombinant DNA technology. Student, there are a number of host cells which are preferably used in the recombinant DNA technology. The basic purpose to opt the host cell is to express the genetic behavior. It means whatever the foreign DNA which is inserted in the host cell, it must express their hidden character. The hidden character is expressed in the form of production of proteins, hormones, or enzyme. This is the way of expression of a foreign DNA. So as a large scale, normally we are using two type of host cell, that is eukaryotic host cell and prokaryotic host cell. The most widely used prokaryotic cells is Escherichia coli, which we call E. coli. E. coli has been extensively used nowadays because of it has multiple features. First, it is easy to handle and grow. Next, it has power to accept a large number of vector. Third, it has power of production, that is making the cells, that we call the cell division. In a normal temperature or the optimum temperature, Escherichia coli can divide within 20 minutes, and due to heavy or faster rate of cell division, it has power to clone large amount of the foreign DNA, and these foreign DNA produce signals, and as a result of its initiation of the signals, synthesis of protein has been started. Once again I am telling, whenever the protein synthesis begins in the cell, it has some process, and that process is called pre and post translational modification. When we are using the eukaryotic cells, so there is some difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. So some other host cells apart from the Escherichia coli, which is an example of prokaryotic cells, we are using yeast cells, animal and plant cells. Yeast cells also having some beneficial features as possessed by the Escherichia coli. Number one is yeast is a unicellular. It is a unicellular, and like Escherichia coli, it also have extensively characterized genetically features. It is easy to grow. It can also produce a large amount of proteins because of the it has power to clone genes or recombinant proteins. Next, it has some differences from the Escherichia coli because one of the characteristics feature of eukaryotic cells are their DNA sequence, or we can say the transcript of the DNA, which is known as messenger RNA, is consisting of introns and exons genes. But this introns and exons is not present in the prokaryotic cells. So removal of introns is not possible in Escherichia coli, but in the case of eukaryotic cells, yeast cells, removal of introns is quite possible. Introns are non-coding sequence. They do not code any genes. They are not responsible to produce any sorts of protein, enzymes, or hormones. So these are certain differences. Apart from this Escherichia coli and yeast cell, some of the common animal and plant cells are extensively used to produce the transgenic animals and transgenic plants that we call the GMOs, genetically modified organism. So let us see the points which I just discussed with you. It is represented or it is underlined with the marker. You can see that recombinant DNA technology, few common used host cells, yeast, Escherichia coli, animal and plant cells. These are the features which we have discussed now.